In 1968, Charlie Finley brought his athletics west from Kansas City, and the Coliseum had two tenants. Throw in the Warriors and the NHL's California Golden Seals at the Coliseum Arena, and Oakland was the Bay Area's center for pro sports. The Seals were the first to defect, off to Cleveland in 1976. The Raiders left for the first time, headed to Los Angeles in 1982. The hearts they broke in '82 were partially mended when they came back in 1995, only to be crushed one more time when the Raiders bolted to Las Vegas. The Warriors sandwiched years of mediocrity around a title in 1975 and three between 2015 and 18 before they left for San Francisco. That left the A's, the team that as recently as February this year still sported a sign that said, "Rooted in Oakland." Those roots will at least temporarily be put down in Sacramento, while some still very crucial details are worked out about management's desire to also move to Las Vegas.
It's painful, I think, for anybody, whether you live here or don't live here. If you're a sports fan and you remember the A's and the greatness of the A's in their era, we were dominant.
There's plenty of blame to go around when it comes to why a once thriving sports facility will now be vacant. Al Davis left once, and his son Mark later, in part because plans could never be finalized to either improve the Coliseum or find the Raiders a new home. The owners of the Warriors were intent from day one on making San Francisco their home. John Fisher got the A's for a bargain, traded away his team's stars, denigrated the facility, raised ticket prices, and ultimately got what he wanted: an excuse to leave town. The Raiders have already walked away with just memories of moments like the Heidi game and the Sea of Hands. The A's will now leave behind memories of Catfish Hunter's perfect game in 1968. 3 world championships by a swashbuckling bunch of mustache-wearing upstarts. The excitement of Billy Ball, revitalizing a team and a community. The benevolent ownership of the Walter Haas family, featuring an enlightened front office and the top-to-bottom roster that went to 3 straight World Series, beating the Giants in 1989, the series that literally rocked the Bay Area. The field that was named for Oakland native and Hall of Famer Ricky Henderson will now sit dormant. If there's one constant in pro sports, it's this: the owners will chase the money, and the fans who give their loyalty and emotion, not to mention their hard-earned dollars, will always be at risk of having their hearts broken with the explanation that that's business.
And it is our Joe Fonzie reporting there, reminding us once more that the Coliseum didn't always have empty seats.
The Oakland A's are hot, and suddenly their games are a hot ticket. Actually, tonight's game only drew a slightly larger than normal crowd, about 17,000, but last night the A's had the biggest crowd in more than 3 years. It was a sellout.
1985, July 5th, 1985, upper right, left corner.
Randy Shanville pulled out of archived footage from July the 5th of '85. The A's were just 3 games shy of the division-leading California Angels. Later
Gosh, was I there?
Made his major league debut for the team.
Yes.
Former Oakland A's executive and author of the book Goodbye Oakland, Andy Dolish, joins us now with some insight. And you get to leave the game early just to be here. We thank you for that.
Absolutely,
Thank
because
you.
it was a 6.5-minute commute. And my co-author, Dave Newhouse, the esteemed sports columnist for the Oakland Trib, we wrote the book together.
Okay, sounds good. We have to ask, how was it?
First of all, I have a gift for you. I have a ticket, a commemorative ticket from the last game.
Oh my gosh.
And my World Series ring from 1989.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we can look at it.
Here, you can
Take a
hold
look.
it.
You can hold it.
The Giants and the A's. The mood was hard to describe because the fans had the emotion inside them. This has been a debate about green and gold,
Right.
Avarice, John Fisher. But the emotion of the fans today was just, we've grown up here, as we were talking about. This is family. This is the last town square that we have left in our community that everybody gets together and has a good time. And I was really impressed by how well the fans basically interacted, because there was a lot of police there, and people were sort of worried, like, would people...
Well, nowadays I understand that, but the love was, ever present during that. I mean, you've got so many memories being an executive with the A's. What comes to mind, number one?
Someone asked me, what is your most memorable single moment in 15 years at the Coliseum? And I go, this is going to sound a bit odd, but it was walking around the Coliseum, seeing the smile on people's faces, seeing the utter joy that they were having at a baseball game. We live in a complex society, which is more divided now than ever. But you and I could be fans of different teams. We get along. And it was the fact that the Haas family, who I was lucky enough to work for as those people today, Walter Haas, Wally, and Roy Eisenhart said, yes, it's a privately owned team. The fans own the team. That's the way we are going to market it. And that's what we did for the time that the Haas's owned the team. Millionaires, billionaires, that's fine. The fans own their team, own these teams with their hearts, mind, soul, and overpriced hot dogs and beer.
Yes,
Can you talk about how you celebrated today? I mean, there was a lot of executives with you as well.
Yes, I came up with a crazy idea a few months ago. Even though this is sort of funereal, no, it's a celebration. Kool in the Gang, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the synonymous with the A's.
Right, and music in the A's and music in Oakland, we're hip, we're gritty, we're cool. So I decided we were going to invite our business operations staff, sales, marketing, operations, parking, all of these people. Today, we had 63 people.
It's amazing.
63 people in a location that we kept secret. And who was our official cheerleader? Crazy George Henderson.
Love him.
And we opened up the box, and Crazy George hit the drum. 38,000 people early, went nuts.
Wow. Do you think, was John Fisher at the game? And if not, do you think he watched?
I don't know if John Fisher was at the game. What hit me is his thank you letter and these thank you ads. Who's advising him? And if he's advising himself, you can't thank these people for leaving the city. It's not just leaving the Coliseum, you're leaving the city.
Right.
You're leaving San Ramon and Danville and Sacramento and this place and all of that. It's Northern California. And now you're going to Sacramento with a question, and you're talking about Las Vegas with a much larger question that will be hotly debated, if you get what I mean.
I was just going through some of our old archives, and I was looking at November 2018. I was reporting that day, and I said the A's have proposed a new ballpark on the waterfront in Oakland.
We remember.
We never made those renderings into reality, and I was telling him I couldn't help but think, what happened? We were right there, and then we just...
John Fisher has had 8 domino falls. I think that's what it's called when you put dominoes and you hit one. None of those ever reached the end. None of those. So you might think that this Las Vegas domino fall, which is far and away the most complicated,
Right.
I wouldn't bet that it will get to the end.
I'm thinking Sacramento. I drove through there today. And the way they've embraced the Kings, if the A's go up there in a minor league park, sell out every game, and the politicians and the people up there just say, stay. Is there a chance baseball will stay in Northern California?
Is there a chance? Has anybody ever said that before?
Yes.
Anyway, Vivek Ranadive, who owns the Kings, owns the River Cats, has the stadium, Sutter Health. Possession's 9/10 of the law, and I'm not a lawyer. They're there. They'll do well in attendance. Sacramento is a terrific baseball market.
Yeah. You never got.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
I think I need to give you back your ring there, Andy.
Yes, you do. I'll be back
it's
to this.
beautiful.
No, that is yours.
Oh,
you hold
This is not a facsimile. This is real.
Well, this is my memory. Since we were here, we didn't get to go to the game, but my gosh, you think of everything over the years. World Series, Loma Prieta, Moneyball. I mean, just incredible.
I was here. I got a Mike Hirschberger bat in my garage from that day, 1968.
You know, there's nothing wrong with having fun in society. Right?
Exactly.
We don't always have it.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Andy.
Andy, thank you. Up next here on the 4, something took place at the Coliseum. Believe it or not, that's only happened 24 times in MLB history. And if you said a perfect game, you are on the money. Mother's Day 2010, lefty Dallas Braden put himself in an elite bunch of pitchers when he blanked the Rays 27 up, 27 down. He retired in 2011, of course, joined the A's broadcasting team. In fact, he provided the color for today's Coliseum finale. We'll be right back.
It took 138